116,000 customers annually across their facilities. So it's going to affect an awful lot of people in Peterborough, this. Let's get some reaction from councillor Ansar Ali, who's the Shadow Cabinet Member for Culture and Leisure for the Peterborough Labour Party. Ansar, good morning.
Good morning, Dottie.
What was your reaction when you heard this news?
Well, first of all, shocked, to be honest with you, and feel very sad for the 500 staff and many of our residents who use the services, although not in the current situation because of the COVID-19 crisis, but, hugely popular and very much needed services that Vivacity used to provide. And so, it's been shocking and very saddened. But to be honest with you, I'm not surprised. Because, there has been, the pressures of, first it was austerity, the central government decision, the political decision to cut grant aid to public sector services. And that, has been crippling for many of our services, public sector services, and of course affected many of our communities. And then we've got this COVID-19 crisis as well. This has been a killer blow. But it has been on the cards, to be honest with you, because with the cuts that the central government, and sadly, the mismanagement that we've had within this council, because as Ben said earlier, we've had one or two cases where some of the vital services that have been outsourced have come to no fruition at all. We didn't
Okay. So you reckon that these services have been mismanaged by Peterborough City Council, by the Conservative administration. If you were in power, Ansar, what would you do? What would be your step?
Well, first and foremost, we would ensure that, we have been saying for a very long time, and the City Council, the administration saying that we are banging at the door of central government, that we are not adequately funded as a council in terms of our needs, basically.
But the Conservatives have done that as well, Ansar.
Sorry?
The Conservatives have done that.
No, to be honest with you, it's been a lot of lip service, to be honest with you. We have not, I think, pushed hard enough the central government because we are not getting fair funding as a local authority, in terms of our population, in terms of our needs. And I think we need to push a lot harder with working with our MPs. There's a lot of talk, a lot of lip service, but we haven't, pushed hard enough with central government because it really is. You cannot deliver these services on the cheap. Our residents deserve better. The culture is very important, especially in the current climate. The services that Vivacity delivered, they also have, in terms of public health impact as well. They would rely on that because at the moment, obviously, because of COVID-19, but because people exercise using our gyms, library, for a lot of those activities, they are, very important. Some time ago when I became the Shadow Cabinet Member, we actually had a meeting, the leader of the Labour Group and I had a meeting with Stuart and the Chief Executive, and we actually talked about some of the ideas, and we said that, we are looking, one of the ambitions that we had, that we were going to, and something that actually brings in a lot of extra income, that we are going to try and push to become a city of culture, basically, as some of the other local authorities have done so. That actually raises the profile and actually brings in extra income, tourism, extra, we can use and sustain some of our services. So, that was a very positive meeting, and, we were looking forward to, to seeing some changes. But as I said earlier, because of, the funding cuts from central government and the way that, we have, as a council, have supported Vivacity. And as you said earlier, Stuart has said that, the management of Vivacity has been saying that, the cuts that, some of the cuts that have been made to Vivacity over recent years, that would mean that, some of the services wouldn't be sustainable.